Hello and welcome to Weigh-In Wednesday. I hope you're having an awesome day. Today I was originally going to share with you a full day of eating on when I'm not tracking, because over the weekend I had my mother-in-law over for a nice dinner. I was not going to be tracking that day. But that did not happen because I just got too busy cooking and cleaning and shopping and all that, and I just never got around to filming. So today is going to be just a normal what I eat in a day, and I like sharing this with part of the video with you because I want you to see that you don't have to go on a special diet to lose weight. The whole point of the weight loss journey is finding something that really works for you that you're going to be able to keep up. The only difference during weight loss is that you just have less of it. So today I'm just going to share with you a full day of eating, and what I want to talk about is actually discipline versus motivation, because on this day I did not feel like working out, and so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So first, let's get into the full day of eating, and then we'll talk about whether or not I lost or gained, and we will talk about motivation versus discipline. So it's time for breakfast, and I'm going to make an egg in the hole with some Dave's Killer bread. I'm just craving some of this bread. I actually had a whole package in my freezer. I was starting to think that it was making my stomach upset, and I haven't had it in a long time, so we're going to see if that's the case. And I was thinking it might be the flax in it, but I just want it, and we're going to try it again and see what it does. So I've got the pan heated up here. I'll put an egg in, and then I also have 2 ounces of prosciutto that I'm going to crisp up as well. And then I like to crisp up this little toast point too. So while I am making the egg in the hole and the prosciutto, I'm going to just make a little tiny salad to go on top of the egg in the hole, or on the side, or however I end up eating it. So I'm just going to throw some arugula in this bowl, and then I made a citrus herb dressing with olive oil, lemon juice, lime juice, thyme, garlic, salt, pepper. And I'm just going to take 1 teaspoon of it to dress this salad, and we're just going to mix it all around. I don't want it to be very wet. I just want, though, to give it a little bit of flavor. Maybe not get it everywhere. Alright, so here's my breakfast. Just have an egg in the hole, the Dave's Killer bread, 1 egg, the middle part on the side, a couple ounces of prosciutto, and then just a bed of arugula with a citrus herb dressing just for some added micronutrients and to add some color to the plate. That's breakfast. I almost forgot to show you, I have had 2.5 cups of coffee. This is my, my go-to right now, pumpkin spice coffee, and it is cold now. It was warm, and I just use 1 to 2 teaspoons of monk fruit sweetener, 1 tablespoon cinnamon nut pods, and 2 tablespoons of the Better Half pumpkin spice creamer. I would put collagen in here as well, but my little frother is broken and I need to order one, which I actually have an order pulled up on my computer. Good reminder, Rebecca. But anyway, I've had 2, and this is a half of 1. I typically have 2 regular cups of coffee and then half a cup that goes in my smoothie, but I did not get to the gym yet today. I usually go in the morning sometime between 8 and 9:30, but today I did not wake up until 7:15, so that did not work. And that's fine, it is what it is. I'm going to try to go this afternoon, and hopefully we will. I really don't like working out, like doing 9 round anyway in the afternoon, because it's pretty intense, and I've ate, and I don't like to work out after I eat. So anyway, we'll see what happens there. I may end up just doing an at-home workout. We'll see though. Maybe I'll get there. Snack. So I'm going with some toasted coconut, yogurt, and I bought this last month's Sam's haul. They expire October 16th, so I really need to eat them up. And we're going to do the rest of the pumpkin crunch that I also picked up from Sam's last month. And what is that? That's not my grams. There we go. It's 17 grams. There's hardly any in here. Probably enough for 1 more. one more little crunchy topping. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw some blueberries on there. I might just do half and half so I can have this again tomorrow. There we go. That is just a nice little snack. Some protein, some calcium, some fiber, some deliciousness. It is lunchtime now, so I've got the chicken tortilla soup and just a couple tablespoons of Greek yogurt and then half an ounce of mozzarella cheese. And then I am thinking about having some cashew queso with tortilla chips, but I'm going to go ahead and just eat the soup first before I have this because I'm still not sure what time I'm going to the gym and I don't want to get too full if I'm actually going to go to the gym. So I did it. I went in with 4 tablespoons of the cashew queso, and I've just got an ounce of these black or blue corn tortilla chips I picked up from Trader Joe's. Actually, I've never had them before. This will be the first time, so let's see what they're like. A little bit. Rest of them? No, They're very thick. They're thick and good. I'm gonna finish that. That'll be the rest of my lunch. So I'm doing it. I'm going to the gym. Chris just got home. So I've got my branched chain amino acids. And I have a peanut butter and chocolate shake. It's just 1 scoop of the PB Fit powder and 1 scoop of chocolate whey protein. And then a teaspoon of maca root powder for the adaptogen. Because I didn't have my normal smoothie. But I'm going to work out at, what time is it? I gotta be honest, I really don't feel like going. I like working out like first thing in the morning, especially on a Monday. I mean, every day that I work out, I like working out in the morning, but I like starting my week off. And so the fact that I didn't get my morning workout in makes me feel a little off today. So I'm glad that I'm at least gonna get it in, but I don't really feel like it, but I have to. I work out at the gym 3 days a week. So there have been weeks where I've only made it twice, so I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to give up on my journey because I missed a day. But today's one of those days that I did not make it in at the time that I was, but I'm going to make it in later. So we're going to head to the gym and then come back and make an awesome dinner. We are back from the gym and I'm getting ready to make dinner. I ended up not having that protein shake because I thought I was going to puke at around 9. I was doing like inverted mountain climbers. This is why I don't like going to work out in the gym in the afternoon because I don't know, my stomach just takes a while to digest, I guess. And you're doing a lot of jumping and running and lots of things on the floor and then you're standing and it's just like a HIIT workout, you know? So I ended up not having the shake and I'm just going to make dinner now. I'm going to show you what I'm making. And then I'm going to switch some things around because Chris wanted some garlic bread. And Taylor wants regular spaghetti. We were going to do gnocchi, and it was going to be like an experimental dish. And so instead of experimenting with it, we're going to get something that we've already had before that we like, which is just having spaghetti with the sauce. And so we picked up some garlic bread, and instead of me having spaghetti and garlic bread, I'm doing zoodles and garlic bread. Chris is going to do half and half, zoodles and the spaghetti, and then Taylor will just have regular spaghetti. So I've got a pound of the grass-fed ground beef I picked up from Sam's in here. And I did not even realize this, but it's 93.7. That's like awesome. There's only 170 calories for 1/4 of this. And I'm going to use the sauce we picked up from Trader Joe's. This is really good. And honestly, it tastes kind of like the SpaghettiOs sauce. Like, I don't know if you think that's gross or not, but I used to eat SpaghettiOs all the time and absolutely loved them when I was a kid. So it's actually kind of nice. Oops, I'm fogging up. And then I still have a ton of this Parmesan Asiago blend that I picked up a few months ago from Sam's. So we are going to just make some more zoodles, and then we will also make some spaghetti. The water is heating up. We'll add the sauce to this, and I'm going to show you a trick that I do to get the best zoodles. And spaghetti that we're going to make is actually this green lentil spaghetti that Taylor picked out. And the awesome thing is it has fiber and protein. Check out those macros. I like to look for carbs that are high in fiber, and then also anytime I can get some extra protein in, I like that a lot. So we're going to cook that up, and let me show you how to make the zoodles. So I got this little gadget from Bed Bath & Beyond. It's like 10 bucks. You can probably order off Amazon. And so I stick it in one side, and I like to usually use the smaller side. Just have like thinner spaghetti. And I just rotate it 3 times. That way it actually cuts off into spaghetti. So you don't have like one long huge spiral. It just makes it way easier to eat. And so you just do that. Turn 3 times, pull. Turn 3 times and pull. And just keep doing that until the whole zucchini has been spiralized. Perfectly spiralized zucchini. And I do not cook this. Dexter, come on now. He's always making noise, man. So I do not cook the zoodles. I just let the sauce warm them through because I find they get too watery. So I like having them fresh, give a nice little bite to it. Looks like the water's ready. I'm going to throw the pasta in, and then we'll get it all together, and I'll show you what it looks like. I wanted to share that I take my zucchini ends and put it into a bag with all the other ends. I save all my veggies for broth. I just actually made some broth to make that chicken tortilla soup I showed you. But I just want to show you, you can save your ends of zucchini, potatoes, tomatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, celery, onions, carrots, of course. Like you wouldn't want to do like lettuce or cucumbers, you know, and things like that. But most veggie ends you can save, and it makes a really flavorful broth. Alright, so I just have the Texas toast. This is what we picked up from the store after the gym. 160 calories for 1 slice. No fiber and just a few grams of protein because of the cheese. But listen, it's all good. And this is how you can actually feed your family and still lose weight, because if you just bulk up the meal, make them happy, you don't have to make 2 different meals. You just make one. Just throw some garlic bread in the oven and they're satisfied. And actually Chris is on deficit with me right now, but he has like 800 calories more than I do a day, so he gets to eat a lot more. He doesn't eat as much during the day as I do, so he kind of eats a lot more at night just because of the way his schedule works. But that's the oven ready to go. It's time to get in. Okay, so to be super accurate on how much meat and sauce I'm getting, I can totally weigh it, and I'm going to, just to show you how easy it is. You could eyeball it. It kind of just depends on where you are in your journey and how comfortable you feel doing that. But I'm just going to go ahead and put it in here and show you how to weigh it out. Alright, so 645 grams. Divide that by 4 would be 161.25. Might not get that specific, but around 160 would be good for 1 serving, which will have, I don't know how much protein. A lot of protein with the lean ground beef. That's the reason why I like it, because you eat lower calories, higher protein. But I'm just going to put this back in there, and then I will get myself my serving. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know how much I love doing dishes. But I did that for you. So I just mixed the spaghetti with the zoodles for Chris. I'm going to give him a couple servings. And I would actually throw in some zoodles into Taylor's as well, but we just don't have enough zucchini. And I think she's fine with that, but I do like to add zucchini to her, and she will eat it, so that's good. So this is my dinner. I've got 1 slice of the garlic bread, and look what I did. Oopsie, just burnt the other side. I don't know how. I think I accidentally put it on broil, like instead of the timer. I've done that before. It's like a blind girl problem, but you know what, that's okay. We caught it. And I just added some Parmesan. I've got the sauce and meat, and then the zoodles. And that's dinner. And I think I'm still going to have a treat. So I'm going to finish my night off with these 2 chocolate squares. They have salted caramel, but it's kind of like a hard caramel, like toffee. It's really good. And I'm actually going to end the night with quite a few calories left over. But I'm just going to listen to myself. If you are not hungry, don't be eating just to eat. This is really the last thing I'm having. Forgot I did not have my probiotic today, so I'm just going to drink a cup of kombucha. And that's going to finish off my night. Alright, so what do you think? Do you think I gained, or do you think I lost this week? I gained. I am up 1.5 pounds. I know, right? It's kind of crazy. But I am not upset about it because this is part of the journey, and I did not track on Saturday. Probably went over by like 1,000 or more, because every time I walked by my little tray of these cute little pumpkin oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, I just had to have one. And I wouldn't say every time I walked by them, but I had a few more than I would normally, that's for sure. But we had a good time, and that's just what it's all about. Also, I did, since I knew I was going to do that on Saturday, I did weigh in on Saturday. Because just to remind you, I do weigh in so on Wednesdays and Sundays, and I share with you my Sunday to Sunday, because at the end of this 12 weeks, I want to show you the trend, that there's going to be ups and downs, but in the end, there's going to be a trend, like a weight loss, like a total weight loss. So I weighed in on Saturday just to see, and I was actually the exact same weight I was the previous Sunday, which again, I'm not concerned about that. See, now I'm back to week 1 of my cycle, and so that brings its own stuff with the cycle. So I really don't get concerned. I mentioned this before, that in my hormones video, where I talked about how hormones affect your weight loss, that, you know, I really look at the whole month, not just like week by week, so I don't get upset anymore about a weight gain. And I don't get too excited about a weight loss. Like, I really am neutral about that. And the reason I talk a lot about the scale is because for me, it used to be a huge struggle. I used to really control, you know, my actions because the way it made me feel. And so if you can get to a place where you're not feeling anything, happy or sad, just be indifferent, then you can just stick to your plan and realize that, oh my gosh, you know what? It's not about what I was eating. You know, as long as you're in that calorie deficit, a reasonable calorie deficit, then you're going to lose weight. I mean, it's just simple math. Like, honestly, it just comes down to that. Now, there's other things, of course, and that's what I'm here to help you with, is to help you just kind of be okay with it and know that it's a journey and it doesn't have to happen quick, okay? Because you want this for life. And so you want to work through it. You want to have a little grit in the game, and you want to be able to really sustain this weight loss. So I did go up, 1.5 pounds, and then I did weigh in the next couple of days, and it's going down. So, I mean, I'm not concerned about it. Now, am I probably not going to have, like, an actual loss this week? Probably not, and that's fine. Because, again, it's about the journey, because I'd rather just, like, take a slower time losing the weight than lose 30 pounds in a month and gain 40 of it back the following month. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about that? Are you, like, if you are someone who wants that quick weight loss, why is that, and do you think that's sustainable? So anyhow, so those are the results. Now let's just talk a little bit about the whole gym episode. I was not feeling it at all, okay? I like going to the gym Monday morning, first thing, but I overslept. And the reason I overslept is because I actually went to bed late, and I make my sleep a priority. And going to bed at 1:30, I'm not going to wake up at 6:30. Like, I wouldn't be able to function at the gym. I probably wouldn't be good at driving in the morning. I just would not be alert. So I just made sure, like, hey, I'm just going to skip the gym in the morning and we'll figure it out. Luckily, Chris got off early. He usually closes on Monday, so we were able to go together, which was really nice, because just having someone else does kind of help, you know. But it's not necessary, because if he hadn't, I would have just figured out something to do at home. But the thing about motivation and discipline, like, you have to do it even if you don't want to. I love this quote from Dave Ramsey. He says, children do what feels good, and adults devise a plan and stick to it. And that really resonated with me, because I am someone who feels that, you know, there is such thing as intuition, and there is something about sensing the energy, but there also, it's a balance. It's like, the reason that you're feeling that way isn't always because that's really what's best for you, because there's a whole emotional side to things. It's not just, you know, oh, well, I'm craving cake, so I should eat a whole cake. No, like, that's like, what's going on that's making you eat the whole cake? You know, there's nothing wrong with cake. Eating a whole cake, there's something emotionally going on, you know? So when I first started working out at 9 Round, I was going actually just 2 days a week. I was smart, and I started off slow so I could inch my way up, so I could always feel good about what I did. Because if I just say I'm going to go 5 days a week and only make it 2, that's going to make me feel like crap. But if I say I'm going to go 2 and I do 2, like, that's going to make me feel good. And over time, you know, I went up to 3 to 4 to 5 days a week. Now I'm back to 3 days a week, just with my schedule and Taylor's schooling and everything. But 3 is good. But the point of me saying this is, when I first started, she was in school, and so I dropped her off, and I either went to the gym or I went to work. There were days where I seriously did not want to, and I, like, made it to the gym, and I got there, I'm like, how did I even get here? Like, I didn't even want to come to the gym, but it's such force of habit and routine that, like, once you just do it, you won't even have to think about it. You'll just do it because it's just part of your routine. And so the thing about motivation is that motivation is fleeting. It's not always going to be there. Discipline is you say you're going to do something and you do it. But you have to be reasonable with yourself. If you say you're going to work out 7 days a week, you're just setting yourself up for failure. I'm sorry. These challenges are like, do this stuff every single day. The 75 hard thing I've been hearing about lately. I'm like, why would you put yourself up for that? Like, you're just going to either beat yourself into the ground and have knee problems by the end of it, or, you know, lose 20 pounds, gain 30 of it back the next week, or you're going to miss one day and you're going to feel like crap. And every other day that you have worked your butt off is like not even going to matter because of the one day that you didn't go. That's why I cannot stand challenges. You have to just find something that's reasonable and just do it. You just do it. You just work out, you just eat right, and there's going to be days where you just eat the cake, and there are going to be days where you don't work out, but you find that balance and you stick to it. You don't have to go from extreme, you know, of not doing anything to extreme of doing all this crazy stuff. So I like to use this analogy. You know, I love to cook, and I would show more of that here. My kitchen is so freaking tiny, guys. Like, it's just so small. I do meal prep like over my sink. I put a huge cutting board over my sink and do meal prep there. Maybe I'll be able to share. I've been actually taking some clips of meal prep and trying to put one together because I've done a few, but I'd like to do more of that. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I love a good food analogy. So I like to think of motivation as the igniter on your grill, and discipline is the propane. So it's nice to and necessary to be motivated. You have to say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I am going to change something about my life. Okay, so I need that motivation. I'm ready. I'm pumped up. I want to do this. But that motivation, like the igniter, you just click it and it goes off. Its job is done. Then the propane is what actually keeps that fire burning. So the discipline is what keeps the fire burning. That's what keeps you going to the gym, even on days when you don't want to, because it's just part of your routine. And I would say 99% of the time, when I go to the gym on days I don't want to, I feel so good after. Because maybe I don't want to because I'm just tired. Maybe I don't want to because I'm just busy and thinking too much in my head, and like by working out actually decreases the stress I was feeling. Sometimes I don't want to because I just don't feel like energized. And here's the thing, guys, too. When you go to the gym or you do a workout or whatever you're doing, every single day does not have to be better than the last day. You give it whatever you've got. There are some times throughout the month where like we just don't have the energy because of our hormones. Does that mean we're going to skip the gym for a whole week? No. But you just might take that week and you might just give it 60 or 70% rather than 100%. You know, and if you're going for a walk, instead of doing 5 miles, maybe we're just going to do 3 miles. Maybe if you usually run, you could jog. Just doing something is better than doing nothing. So please let me know your thoughts about that. I mean, are you someone who feels like you have to be motivated? Do you struggle with like motivation versus discipline? Is discipline, and even the word discipline kind of sounds like really stagnant. Motivation is like so pretty and fun and stuff, but it's just words. They're just words. But anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this little discussion today, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. And I really want to know how you're doing. Tell me, you know, how your weight loss is going. Is it going? Do you need any help with anything? What are you feeling and how's it going? And yeah, I hope you have an awesome day. Please go do something good for yourself because you are number one. Talk to you later. Bye.